Hello friends, today is January the 20th, 2022. We are in week 3 of our month of intimacy and learning about prayer. Today is the day that we're going to study through the prayer that Jesus taught his disciples. You may use this prayer word for word if you want to when you're praying, or you can use it as a guideline for prayer, or you might want to just study it and then follow your heart as you and God connect. There really isn't any wrong way to pray. It's just about connecting with God. So from Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 14 in the Passion Translation, I'm going to read to you what it says about how we should pray. It says, "Pray like this. Our beloved Father, dwelling in the heavenly realms, may the glory of your name be the center on which our lives turn. Manifest your kingdom realm and cause your every purpose to be fulfilled on earth just as it is in heaven. We acknowledge you as our provider of all we need each day. Forgive us the wrongs we have done as we ourselves release forgiveness to those who have wronged us. Rescue us every time we face tribulation and set us free from evil. For you are the King who rules with power and glory forever. Amen. And when you pray, make sure you forgive the faults of others, so that your Father in heaven will also forgive you. But if you withhold forgiveness from others, your Father withholds forgiveness from you." So I want to look at a few words and phrases more closely to give us some greater insight as we study through the prayer. The phrase, "May the glory of your name," has an interesting context in the Aramaic. The word for name is Shema, and can also be translated as light, sound, or atmosphere. So think of it like this. When we place a light in a lantern, that light is magnified. So this is some of what it means when it's talking about God's name being magnified as we focus on Him. Because as we focus on Him, He will become brighter in our hearts. So what does it mean when we ask God to manifest His kingdom realm? We are asking God to come and begin His kingdom reign in the situation at hand. Whatever it is that we're thinking about, whatever it is that's troubling us, we're just saying, can you please come and bring your kingdom into influence? We may be in prayer over a certain thing or a person, and we might realize that we need God's authority to rule so that a change can occur, because apart from that, there may not be one. By asking Him to bring His kingdom, we are asking Him to be in charge of the situation. And then when we acknowledge God as our provider, which is the next phrase I wanted to look at, we are reminding ourselves that He meets all of our needs, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and honestly, if there's anything else you can think of, He's going to meet that too. We're going to lack for nothing when we trust Him in all things. And then as we ask God to forgive us for the wrongs that we have done, we are also asking Him to send away the results of what we've done. Did you know that? So not only are you asking for forgiveness, you're saying, please kill those seeds that I sowed. Please don't let those come to pass in my life. So the Aramaic can be translated as give us serenity as we also allow others serenity. So very much so, whatever we're giving to somebody else is what is going to come back to us. It's just one of the laws of the kingdom. As we request of God to rescue us from trials and to free us from evil, we are calling upon His goodness to stand in the way of the evil that attempts to overwhelm us. So literally think about Him standing in the way so that the evil can't come through to us. That's kind of amazing. We acknowledge that He is the King forever, which reminds us that all power is His. The Aramaic word for forever means until the end of all universes. That is a very long time. It's kind of amazing to think about. I had never seen that before. So as your homework, because you've probably noticed I'm giving you some homework if you would like to engage and participate, I would like for you to please go through the verses that we just read, verses 9 through 14 in Matthew 6. And what I want you to do is I want you to write a personal prayer using the words as a guideline. Just whatever comes to your heart and mind, just write it down. And then pray that. Pray it daily, change it up if you want to, whatever you want to do. Maybe you pray it that way one day and the next day it's a little different, but I just want you to use it as a guide. And I want you to do that until we meet next week for our Zoom prayer call. Because if you remember, we're going to meet on Tuesday, January 25th from 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for prayer. The link is going to be sent to you by email on Monday the 24th, so be sure that you're signed up for my email list. You can go to www.stillthemom.com. You can scroll all the way to the bottom and sign up, and you're going to get all of my emails. No spam allowed, just straight from me. So thank you for joining me. I hope you will join me next week for our prayer call.